Come on, you old bugger.
Hi guys, back on the crows in this one. I've got my Sako 223 and there at the side of me is my spotter and star of the show, Jack. I get in position here and we both just have a little loving moment and then get into action. On this certain farm this year, we have big numbers of rare nesting birds. You know, we've had lots of breeding pairs of curlews, we've had lots of lapwings, and believe it or not, oyster catchers too. So I control vermin on this ground 12 months of the year. When Jack's nose goes up like this, I always know something's about. I just look over my left shoulder, and this handsome chap turns up. Anyway, he just goes on his way. This actual day were brilliant weather. You know, it were really warm and hardly any wind, so perfect conditions for shooting. I'm using a 50 grain VMAX today, and I unload these bullets myself. And I've worked up a load where the VMAX is doing 3,350 feet per second. And this bullet can group easily under ½ inch at 100 yards. So this is a perfect round for vermin control. This first crow's landed at 255 yards. And the 50 grain VMAX at this range should drop around 4 inch. So I have to dial my scope up to allow for the 4 inch of bullet drop. There's also a slight breeze blowing to the left, so I dial a few clicks right just to compensate for it. This first crow goes down with a nice centre hit. Not long after, another crow lands to my left. This one's only about 135 yards, so I can aim straight at this. And he goes down nice too. This rook lands about 250 yards away, and to be honest with you, I've never known rooks really cause any damage out here on the mirrors, so he gets left alone. Jack spots this next one, and it's a magpie. I know magpies are a smallish bird and they're quite colourful, but they do cause a lot of damage to our rare nesting birds. And he goes down too, around 150 yards. When I see lapwings like this, in these good numbers, It makes it all worthwhile what I do. You know, it's all through ground management and pest control. And that's the reason these birds are here like they are. You know, when I shot this farm years ago, I was lucky to see 2 lapwings on here. And now, you know, some days like today, you can see 30 plus. It's all through pest control and ground management. We don't just have the same number of curlews, but this year I think I see 4 breeding pairs. But that's still good to see, you know. It's good to be able to keep as well. If you do go on social media these days, there are certain people trying to stop what I do. And it might even happen one day, but if it does, these curlews and lapwings will be gone for good. I had no more shots that day, so I just watched my mate Hartley here hop off and packed up and went home. When I started YouTube 2 years ago, I put this video on of 2 crows that had been attacking lambs on this certain moor. And to be honest, I didn't really do a good job of editing the video. And also, I got arguing with someone one night who didn't agree with shooting crows. Or should I say he got arguing with me. Anyway, a few days later the video got took down. So what I want to do now is put this video back on and try to edit it better this time. And also try to explain how I dial a scope. This day I was using my usual gear. I've got my spotter, jack and star of the show there at the top, and I was using my 223 Sako. I was also shooting a 69 grain TMK bullet this day, because this certain moor, some days I might need to take shots up to 450 yards. So a 69 grain TMK is a brilliant bullet for this type of vermin control. It was April, and the farmer had rang me. He found 2 dead lambs with their eyes pecked out. Now I know sometimes lambs do die, and sometimes crows will pick their eyes out once they're dead. But when you find a dead lamb with its eye sockets bleeding, this means the crows have pecked its eyes out while still alive. So, you know, he rang me to go and try and sort out these crows. After about an hour and a half's wait, these 2 crows turned up, and I could tell ways they were acting. It were these 2 crows that had been causing the damage. But at first they went behind the sheep, and it runs safe for a shot. So I actually ranged them while I were waiting for them to come from behind the sheep. And the first crow was 290 yards. At 290 yards, this 69 grain bullet actually drops 9 inch. So again here, I have to dial the turret up to allow for the 9 inch of bullet drop. Also dialing for 3 inch of wind drift from the right at the same time. So the first one went down nice at 290 yards. And I can remember my mate being quite suited, I think. The second crow took off and flew round for a bit, but he landed further back on the hill, as you can see there in the lighter grass. And I ranged this at 390 yards, so I knew now if I were quick I could dial this shot in and take the pair out. So I have to shake myself here. I have to dial the bullet dropping quick. The bullet actually drops 23 inch at 390 yards, so I dial this in, and also I have 9 inch wind drift from the right, so I dial that in too. This crow did actually move a few feet before he stopped still, but he was dead within seconds. But overall, it was a brilliant result. I did get both the culprits. The farmer was happy, and in all fairness, that year, we didn't get any more problems with crows on that hill, so it was a job well done. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, and I hope I haven't disappointed a few by putting on footage that I filmed 2 years ago. But as I said at the start, I didn't really do a good job of editing this video 2 years ago, and also through whatever happened the video disappeared, so I've now had the chance to put the video back on, and also have a lot more subscribers now, so I figured quite a few of you wouldn't have seen it in the first place. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.